And I was like,
smart.
there's E. coli out. And they were like, shut your drunk ass up. We're getting lettuce. And I was like, no. Maybe it's similar to that.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the fifth time, it's your boy Sean. What's up, Wikimaniacs? Welcome to Reddit on Wiki, where we scour Reddit in search of some of the wildest stories the internet has to offer. My name is Josh Shell, and back at it again are my two co-hosts, John Consignato and Sean Salvino. What's up, boys?
What's up?
Emo John this year.
Yeah,
I'm on my
coming out of May, just depressed. Eh?
Yeah, coming out of my head, and I'm just doing just fine.
Jesus,
gotta be done.
Just want it all.
When's your pop punk album coming out?
Never, because I have no vocals whatsoever.
John's gonna do a pop punk. I look like I'm gonna do a country album.
I would say grunge, but yeah.
Grunge? Okay, I'll take that.
Know. I'm wearing a football jersey.
This dude.
My hardcore gangster rap album is coming out.
Oh God! I mean, he's from Houston.
90s,
Lots of legendary,
early 2000s gangster rap.
legendary rappers coming out of Houston. So you got a lot to live up to, my guy.
Can your album cover be the money shirt? Your money shirt?
That's cash money, baby.
Yeah.
That's pretty fire.
Did we release that already?
Technically tomorrow, right?
Yeah, day of recording, no, but it should be going live tomorrow.
Wait, Sean, the day of this recording, technically it's still our month, bro. Let's milk it while we can.
Last day of our month.
Last day that we can do this.
This will be mid-June when they hear this.
Yes. Oh,
yes.
No, what? Yeah, it is mid-June. You're right.
Which is Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everyone.
Happy Pride Month, everybody.
We forgot because we were recording in May, so our bad for not saying it earlier. But for us, it's still not even June, so apologies for that. But I do want to come up with like the row shirts, but in rainbow color. I think that would be cool.
If there's a demand for it, there's a demand.
We just got to make sure we're not,
appropriating that.
Yeah. I mean,
if there's a demand for it,
clearly we support, but I'm just talking about like when everybody chops on like businesses or changing their logo to rainbow for a month. Yeah, if people want it, we'll do it, but we're just not gonna force it on you.
That's fair. I just know a large portion of our community is part of the LGBTQ plus.
True.
So I think if you guys want that, let us know, and let us know. We'll accommodate that. So.
If you think we're posers for having it on the store, we will not do it then. But yeah, we want to make stuff that you guys like is what we're saying.
Yeah. If the majority of you want it, if there's one person that's like, no, I hate this, we're still probably going to do it.
Some people wanted Ogtha merch, so.
Oh, yeah.
And is it coming?
Why? I don't want it to come.
Oh, I did send you a concept art, Sean. I did send you that.
I did get some mock-ups from Josh.
So maybe.
So no. When was this?
It was your week off.
Was I gone?
Oh, yeah, it was your week off. I forgot about it until this point. So it might come too.
I'm so dead at watching John fucking flick his head.
Can't.
So good.
God.
Just got out of a run, guys, so I'm a little sweaty. So that's on me. My bad.
Nice. Let's hop into some of the stories today and find out what we're going to be talking about. On today's episode, we have a couple that has a disagreement during a road trip, a mom who enforces the house rules. So far, John's always sided with the mom on the house rules.
When it's house rules, yeah.
When it's house rules.
We'll see.
An OP has a colorful past along with a very large update. Another husband gets banned from the delivery room. Sean loves those ones.
Oh, no.
That's got to be automatic assholes at this point, right?
We'll see. A sister of the bride tells guests not to eat the food. And we cap it off with a Wikimaniac who shared a disgusting ad on our subreddit and asked if they were the asshole for doing so.
Wait, they shared a disgusting ad on our subreddit?
Yes.
Is it safe for public
It's safe for
view?
work. Yeah,
okay, I'm about to say, don't do that.
Yeah, you'll see why. It'll all make sense once you get to that one.
Okay.
Put it
fucking Roach's asshole.
It's a tease. It's a tease at the end.
It might as well be the Greendale freaking
E pluribus anus.
E pluribus anus, yes.
True. We also got Patreon exclusive stories where we have a sister-in-law who's banned from Opie's house over tomato sauce. So another food.
As a man who hates ketchup, I get it.
I'm going to get a lot of heat for this, but I do not like typical spaghetti with tomato sauce. Like I'm a Filipino spaghetti type of guy. I like mine sweet. So I don't know. We'll see.
Why would you get heat for that? That seems like
because I feel like that's traditional way of eating spaghetti. Is just,
you might get some heat from Italy.
Yeah. But they're neighbors to the nation that conquered your people, so who gives a fuck?
You know what?
Yeah, honestly, all of Europe can fucking get. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
We have a lot of European listeners on. Calm your tits.
And hang it, turn it off, y'all.
And the final story on our Patreon, we have a child-free wedding that causes a rift between sisters. So,
damn. Not even the nieces and nephews, I assume. That's tough.
We'll see. So if you want to hear those two stories and get ad-free episodes, head on over to patreon.com/cultivate podcast network. Sign up today. We're gearing up to close in on 500 patrons.
Yeah, I just fucking read them and I might run out of breath.
So head on over, get bonus stories as well as bonus episodes. And then if you're a $10 patron, you get short bonus episodes every Wednesday from one of us. So go check that out. Boys, is there anything you want to hit on before we hop into the stories today?
Let's dive into some booty holes today already.
Jesus Christ.
All right. We'll do that. So, I did want to call out Sean for, this is probably 2 weeks ago now, this episode dropped, but as we're recording, it was this week, because he didn't have video for the first half, so it was really shitty quality.
I apologize. I am so sorry, guys. I hit record. I don't know what happened. I did. I promise you I did.
We didn't even clap, and then he was just like, yeah, good. And then halfway through, he's just like, oh, shit, video's not recording.
I mean, that's on brand with Sean, though, right?
No. It was, I promise, it was recording. Okay. And then I ran out of storage. So I think instead of just stopping, it just didn't save whatever was recorded.
Gotcha. That's fair enough.
I guess news to me. Something that can happen.
So him and Chris had shitty quality video for that most of that episode. But
did you use my phone webcam? Back to that.
Yeah. So it was fun to stitch that all together.
It was like an homage to the early days.
Yeah, half the live was like, did the video freeze? And I'm like, no, that's just Sean's.
That's what he gave me.
All right. Sorry for calling you out there, Sean. I just had to address it.
I deserve it.
It's funny. All right. So first one is cross-posted by the GOAT, Disney Can't Stop Me. And they post, am I the asshole for wanting my wife to stay up during a road trip and talk to me?
I say no.
Okay.
You can want things. There's nothing wrong with wanting.
That's true. I guess you can want things. It's what you do after the fact.
I'm going to go with yes. I feel like they established a road trip, depending on how far the road trip is. Some person probably drive in the mornings and some person probably drive at night. And the person that's the OP right now saying, oh, you have to stay up with me, even though the other person just drove the whole day. So I might go with yes.
I like that theory.
I would never know. My wife never drives, so she's like, "Yeah, you're driving the whole time." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's
the case.
Couples. There's a designated driver in most couples. I feel like.
Oh
yeah, I feel like a lot of couples aren't 50-50. Again, I'm limited in knowledge. I'm a dumb Texan, but yeah, I feel like there's usually a designated driver.
Yeah,
the other person will offer during a long road trip, but the DD knows their role, and they're not gonna accept it. They're going to drive.
And the passenger prince or princess knows their role. They're like, no, this is my spot.
Yeah, it's just like, I have to offer, but you know, we both know it's no.
True.
That's fair enough. All right, well, let's hop into it and see who is right here. So I'm writing this right now at the hotel where I'm at because I'm genuinely at a loss for words. I don't think I'm in the wrong, but at the same time, she looks really pissed at me. I like how he's just maybe writing it and she's just giving him a death stare across the hotel.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offense side eye.
So my wife, me, and our 2-year-old are going on our first family road trip to California.
From where, though?
I mean,
distance kind of matters.
They're at a hotel, so presumably it's been a far drive.
That's a safe bet, yeah.
Let's say Texas. How long is it?
Like
18 hours
and a half.
There you go. We'll say there.
If you stop, yeah.
That's long enough time. We rotate driving in shifts, but the problem is that when I was driving, my shift fell during the night, and so I was feeling really lonely and bored as I was driving. I'm not someone who can be left to his own thoughts very well, and I need people around me. I thrive on energy and excitement. My wife is a bit of the opposite. She's genuinely fine with being left alone and can sit quietly for hours and hours upon end. That's me. I'll throw on a podcast or something. Shout out to anyone doing a road trip right now listening.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What's up?
Meta.
Binge us.
I know there are people that do that. So the problem is around 11 p.m., I was driving and my wife and our son were in the back seat. I was feeling isolated, so I shook her awake. But then our son woke up and, well, you can probably guess what happens next.
That's the problem. That's the issue.
Don't shake him.
Yeah, that's shaken baby syndrome. Don't you know that?
Baby. Don't shake the baby.
Wait, he just shook the wife and then
I shook the wife. Yeah,
okay, I was just like,
it's a chain reaction.
Did he fucking shake the baby?
Yeah. John said don't shake him, and I jumped on that. I thought it was funny. Once he quieted down, my wife began to quietly blow up at me about how much of a dick I was being. I told her it wasn't fair for her to just sleep like that, and it made me feel like a driver, which you are.
That's what you're doing, brother.
Yeah.
You
You kind of divided the task together.
Yeah. She then said that she doesn't force me to stay awake or engage with her, but I told her that that's a cheap blow because we're not the same people, and I kept my mouth shut while she was driving because I know she doesn't like distractions, even though it bothered me terribly. So the least she could do is stop being selfish and help me keep sane.
I changed my mind, starting off this episode with an L.
That's okay, Sean. Everyone has their off days, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, you went last week. You went, what, 7-1 with Chris?
Pretty good, yeah.
I was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You like that meme that I put about you today? That's how you felt.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. I listen to you guys when I'm not on.
Wow.
Whoa,
That's
what's
nice
that
of you.
like?
Sean, don't do that shit.
Josh, do you do that on the rare times that you're not on?
I edited
Kinda.
it, so.
Yeah, he kind of
That's
has
true,
to.
That's true. Sorry about that.
No,
I want to stay
that's
connected with
fine.
you guys when I'm not with you, okay?
He just wants to see if we're shit talking him.
Man, so emo with the haircut, John.
I know. It really is.
Sound like I don't know if y'all watch Scrubs, but whenever JD and Turk were hanging out, and then Turk was walking away, and JD goes, "I miss you so much it hurts sometimes," out loud.
Well, that's how I feel about it when I'm not hanging out with you guys on Wednesdays, all right? Shit.
Wow. That's
Wow.
nice.
Because tonight,
All right, I got one more paragraph. Let me finish.
Sorry.
So he basically told her to stop being selfish. Despite my perfectly logical answer, she apparently got emotional and started whisper screaming some shit about how raising one toddler is hard enough and that she didn't know there was another one in the car who needed his whims catered to at every moment. And
Boom,
at that
roasted.
point, since she got rude, I decided to disengage. Now our whole family trip is falling apart and she's making me out to be the bad guy. So am I the asshole?
yeah,
Yeah, you dickhead. In turn, you ended up having a quiet ass ride to begin with because your wife ended up flaming you for it. You know
Yeah.
what? I get it. Your feelings kind of valid, but the way your approach was kind of dickish. You know, you could have had some sort of solution where you're like, "Hey, can I drive in the morning because at night I feel lonely?" Then you could sleep at night. You know, like that could have been the solution that y'all had. Y'all could have flipped the shifts essentially.
Yeah,
but you
but-
don't wake someone up.
I still think he'd be like, you have to stay awake during the day, which is another issue because like
That's
She's gotta
easier to stay in
sleep.
a day. You know what I mean? So
no,
It
but
is
like she
easier.
has to stay awake
She has
during the
to
day
sleep.
and then also drive at night.
that's
She
Yeah.
chose not to sleep during the day, if I'm
Yeah.
remembering correctly.
Yeah. Which also, it doesn't sound like that was the issue. It sounds like he just bored, which is like,
Yeah.
Put on your
music,
headphones or something. Put on
podcast, yeah.
music. Yeah. There's
can
solutions.
you wear headphones? legally
At least
while driving?
one. You can use one.
I don't
Fair
think
enough.
it's legal.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't know.
Well,
It's like a hands-free like calling, right? Kind of thing, I guess. I don't know.
I do it all.
I don't know.
I do
Every
it all the
state is
time.
different, guys. Every state is different. Who knows?
Listen, it's better than the alternative of you being sleepy or disengaged driving. So you could
True.
at least listen to something to stay awake, one ear maybe. And do that instead, or listen to a podcast very silently. I think you can change which speakers it comes out of.
Yeah, listen to this really cool show. I think it's called Reddit on Wiki or something. You know, so it's if you don't want to feel lonely,
you an asshole.
Now you can listen to this on your lonely road trip in the future. Calling you an asshole,
fucking loser,
because your wife left you. Oh, God.
But the thing is, like I said, feelings valid. He was right at a point where it's like, okay, they are two different people. I get that, but not the time to do it. Like you could have waited until y'all got to the hotel and then have that conversation and be like, hey, do you mind staying up with me the next drive or something? Instead of just, violently shaking your wife to like
you might have done a light
shock.
shake.
It might be, but it's to the point that it's enough to wake up a kid. It's got to be some sort of, oh shit, I got scared.
Which also, you got to know she's going to be pissed, like being woken up and then also having to calm down a child being woken up. So
yeah,
she's already not going to be happy. You're being an asshole.
Bad approach, my brother.
Yeah, bad approach. Definitely could have gone it more, emotionally sound and been like, hey, listen, I'm fading up here. Could you like half hour just talk to me for a little bit? Yeah, and then I'll leave you alone for a little bit, kind of deal. Instead, you're just like, you have to take care of my needs.
Yeah,
like she's not taking care of another child.
Very pretentious of him to be like, oh man, my logic thinking is so 100% correct, and she just got emotional too. So I'm like,
yeah, but he was really the emotional one.
You're the emotional. Yeah, I was gonna say that. You're kind of contradicting yourself there, my brother.
I'm feeling lonely. It's like, that's fine. You can feel that. Don't try.
Do you have the same hairstyle I have right now? Are you emo as well?
Yeah, listen to some pop punk.
Yes.
And stay awake. All right. Well, moving on to the next one. Cross-posted by Lavender _ Bunny 18. Am I the asshole for taking away my stepdaughter's electronics?
No, unless you let your blood daughter keep the electronics.
Just gives them
seems
right
to happen
her
a lot. Yeah, which seems to happen a lot in news stores. I'm gonna say, I mean, I guess it all depends. Like how long you've been the step parent.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
That's
of
kind
variables.
of intricate. Yeah,
like a week one step parent. I don't think you get to have full parental rules
the day after the wedding.
Yeah, no way. But if you've raised this child as your own, so to speak, for the last, I don't know, most of their life, then a parent would be fine to take away electronics. So
yeah,
should be the same.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna say
what are you
no.
Saying? Okay. What are you saying, John?
I'm gonna go with just my money's on the few times that we've had step parent interaction. The step parent was usually on the wrong, so I'm just playing the odds at this point.
Fair enough.
Fuck.
All right, divided again.
Am I going to a no to start? What am I, the Miami Heat?
And then Sean comes back, and then you still beat him.
Wow. Would rather just lose.
All right. So my husband and I have been married for 3 years now. We have a blended family with his 2 children from a previous marriage. Our family dynamic has been challenging, to say the least, and my relationship with my stepdaughter, 18 female, has been especially difficult. There have been a lot of issues that have led to our strained relationship, including issues with discipline and boundaries. But I won't get into all of that stuff. Suffice it to say, things have been tense between us for a while. Now on to the situation at hand. My stepdaughter has a bad habit of neglecting her chores and responsibilities around the house. This has been an ongoing issue for a while now, and my husband and I have tried numerous times to address it with her. We tried patience and understanding, but after a while it becomes frustrating and exhausting having to constantly remind her of her responsibilities. Last week, my stepdaughter was tasked with cleaning her room. We'd given her until Saturday to do it, but at the end of the week, her room was still a mess. When I asked her about it, she told us she was too busy with school and other things to get it done. I reminded her that her responsibilities come first and that she needs to make time for them. What do you guys think about that? Where does school prioritize over chores?
Growing up in an Asian household, I can 100% tell you school will always be the first priority.
I think that also my family's. I think that might be most families, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like if she is actually doing schoolwork, I think, she's fine, right? For not doing the chores.
Yeah.
And
it's so hard, especially with just the challenges on some like getting it, depending on what kind of college you're trying to go to. You have to do extracurricular activities as a student for you to even be more competitive. So maybe they are doing extra. So
it's been a while, but by the time you're 18 and a senior, everything is already done at that point, right? Like there's not much you can do.
You still need the grades though. Like you can still get your scholarship or something like they can renege on your scholarship, right?
Okay.
If you don't like get a certain grade.
I went to community college. I have no idea.
I'm not sure. So fast forward to yesterday and her room was still not clean. At this point, I had enough. I took away her electronics and some money out of her college fund that my husband had been saving for a while because she didn't clean her room like she'd been asked to and made poor excuses.
Okay, the electronics
money thing
part
is weird.
I get, but the money thing is straight up theft.
Weird.
Like she's 18. That's her money technically.
That's her money.
Yeah. She was very upset about this and started yelling at me, calling me evil and saying I was being unfair. She even went so far as to tell her mom what happened, and now she's upset with me. Here's the thing, though. My husband is on my side. He agrees that our daughter was being irresponsible and needed to face the consequences of her actions. He understands that I wasn't trying to be mean or unfair, but that I was simply trying to teach our daughter a lesson about responsibility. So am I the asshole for taking away my stepdaughter's electronics? And then she just keeps trying to give more constant. But anyway, that's most of it. Anyway.
Wait, so did they just take the money and spend it elsewhere, or
they don't?
They're just holding it to.
I can read. Let me read the last little part here, just see if there's any. So am I the asshole for taking away my stepdaughter's electronics? I don't think so. I understand that she's upset, but at the end of the day, she needs to learn that there are consequences for not meeting her responsibilities. And I don't think it's fair for her to paint me as the bad guy when my husband and I are just trying to be good parents and teach her an important life lesson. So they don't actually say whether they spend the money elsewhere. Presumably,
like electronics is fine. I feel like you're A-okay. You had me with you. And then, bam, the money out of the college fund is so strange. And even if, all that money is technically her dad's, and he agrees that it was the right thing to do, wild for you to just, do that, like, without talking to him first, or and also a strange punishment. Like, what are you going to do with the money that you didn't even put in there? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
At no point was that money ever yours. It was your husband's and then your stepdaughter.
Well, now it's hers.
Well, now it's hers. But like, I don't know where you have the liberty to take that.
I don't know how she had access to it. Unless it was just like lying
in a bank
like
account,
in
maybe
closet or something like that. But they could have a shared bank account. Maybe it's in there.
Yeah.
Who knows? It is very odd to make that the punishment. Like I agree with you guys 100%. Like electronics, sure. If you want to like put your foot down and say, hey, chores come first before electronics. Sure. Fine. That's absolutely okay. But then when you cross into the money territory, it's like, that seems
let's be over personal at that point, right?
Yeah. Someone, I forget which one of you said it, but it was stealing basically.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you just like, since he's putting in money at I'm assuming at like a steady rate,
Yeah.
That
I'm gonna stop.
Just the next time, you're not getting next month's deposit into your savings account. Something like that. Taking the money away seems
that's wild. I agree.
So yeah, I agree with you guys. I think asshole for sure. I think like you said, maybe take away the electronics and then threaten, like the upcoming money or something like that. That's maybe a better way to parent. But also there's a little less like, it's not 100% whether she was actually doing schoolwork like that instead of chores.
It was vague, but it could be.
So she could be. She could be also just teenager. Fucking off.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, it's like wild to. I mean, you're treating this 18-year-old kind of like
a little child.
12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A teenager's room is not going to be clean. I can imagine if there's like bugs and shit and you're getting it's getting gross in there. But if like, it's just like clothes on the floor, etc.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Not the end of the world if they are actually doing schoolwork and stuff.
Yeah. And it sounds like it's just their room, right? Are they doing any other chores outside the house or like within the house too? Or there was that context wasn't given?
No context given on that, but
see, it's the room. Like, what the fuck are you doing in the room anyway?
yeah. So 2 for 2 on assholes today. And with that, we're going to hit an ad break and we'll be right back.
Perfect.
He's like,
I was about to pee my pants with the Maniacs. We'll be right back.
And we're back.
Whoa.
Sean's bladder is empty.
For now.
And our episode's been full of assholes so far.
And I'm 2-0, damn it. Let's go.
0-2, baby.
Yeah.
I am 2-0. Sean is 0-2.
Yeah, you are. So good job, Sean.
Comeback starts now.
Taking the lead, and we'll see if he can keep it going.
Probably not.
All right.
This
so
is it. Now,
this is going to be...
now that it's out there, I'm fucking done.
You jinxed it, brother.
I jinxed it, yeah. Fuck me.
All right. So this one was cross-posted by 2 Wikimaniacs on our subreddit. Ooh. So it's T516T and lay throwaway, please. Am I the asshole for returning a birthday gift I got my boyfriend after he insulted me about my colorful past?
I'm going to go with asshole. It sounds like slut shaming.
Yeah, you're not the asshole. Yeah, you're good.
They spelled colorful the American way too. So just so
the correct way.
Place them.
Oh, I thought. Okay, sure.
What did you think I said?
No, because you said American way. I'm like, wait. I thought it was like some
you.
racist connotation. Okay, yeah.
Oh, like, no.
I'm like, hey, maybe I changed my mind.
Oh, God.
Yeah, not the asshole.
No. All right. So this happened last night, but my phone is still blowing up. I, 26 female, dipped into my savings and got Mike, my boyfriend, 27, a PS5 for his birthday yesterday.
Ooh, you fumbled the bag, Mike.
You fucked up.
You fumbled the bag, brother.
He knew he was getting a PS5 because he told me that a PS5 is the only thing he wants.
Also kind of an asshole move to fucking
PS5
only give that option is wild. Yeah, give me this $500 gift or don't give me anything.
Yeah, or you can leave.
Or yeah, honestly. And if you get me nothing, I'm fucking out of here.
We've been together for 4 years, so the cost didn't matter. That is until I found out what he thinks about me. Some background. When I was 18, I was involved with Jake, a guy who I met online.
From State Farm.
Things after
State Farm. Did you say the same joke just now?
I know we did. We still vibing. We still got the vibe.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
We ended after 3 months, and I moved on shortly after with Adam, a guy from work. I found out a couple months later that Jake and Adam were actually really close friends, but I didn't know Jake long enough to meet his friend group, so I had no idea.
That's Adam's fault.
That is Adam's fault. Well, maybe he didn't know either. I have no idea. But,
maybe.
After finding out, I took some time off dating, and 2 years later, I met my current boyfriend, Mike. I was upfront and honest with Mike about my past and the fact that I was unintentionally involved with friends. He said he understood and my past didn't bother him. Last night at his party, I showed up with the PS5 and he and his friends were screaming with joy.
I'd be screaming too.
They're like, PS5, let's go. MLB, the show, let's go.
Great game, by the way.
Never played.
I love it. Road to Show is my favorite.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good game. His best female friend, Jessica, laughed and said, I wish I was a thought so I could afford a PS5 too.
Jessica.
What?
Jessica.
Oh, what?
You should have kept that thought in your head, you idiot.
I looked at her with an excuse me look on my face, like you guys had. And she just said, never mind, and walked away. I confronted my boyfriend about it, and he said, and I quote, she's just messing with you. You can't take a joke, end quote. So I pushed even further as to why this girl is even calling me names to begin with. And he said, Well, everyone knows you were a thought before you met me.
He said that?
He said
No
that to her.
fucking way, dude. In what universe is that an acceptable thing to say?
Yeah,
especially
to your
when you
girlfriend of 4 years.
When you could tell she's obviously upset with being called a thought by some rando.
Yeah.
But now the PS5 is gone so fast.
Oh, returning
so
that
quickly.
bitch so quick.
Oh
my God.
I asked him to explain how I was a thought before him, and he said, messing with best friends. He then patted me on the shoulder and said it's okay because I'm not who I was back then, and if he could get over my colorful past.
Hell no.
No, he said colorful past.
Wait,
he said colorful past.
He says more. He says if he could get over my colorful past and thought mentalities to give me a chance, then I could get over Jessica's comments and give her another chance.
Boy, you fumbled both a PS5 and a girlfriend, you dumb motherfucker.
You're so dumb. What?
Oh,
Mike.
Dude, Mike low-key a fucking neckbeard, Jessica a fucking pick-me girl.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that whole group sucks ass. You know the one friend that's like silent and unproblematic just playing the PS5 is like, guys, please, you're taking away my only chance at playing this. It's over.
I didn't say anything. I just got up, took the PS5 from the gift table, and left. He was pissed.
Bitch, why?
He called me like 20 times, but I didn't care. I was so hurt that I took the bow off and took it straight back to the store I got it from. As you should. And they happily refunded it. I thought that was done, but Mike and all his friends, including Jessica, are berating me for being petty. And they're all saying that I brought this on myself by making poor choices.
The poor choice was dating your ass for 4 years.
Quadrupling down. Why? What's wrong with this friend group?
I responded to Mike and told him that he deserves better than me, so find someone who wasn't a thought and get a PS5 from them because I returned his. He started screaming how I'm the biggest asshole for returning it and how I should be happy he ignored my colorful past.
Oh my God. Double, triple, quadruple
what
down.
What the fuck is wrong with Mike?
Here's the only part where I think OP is the asshole. I'm thinking maybe taking it went too far. Am I the asshole? You're clearly not the asshole. You're the asshole.
You're an asshole for asking if you're an asshole, asshole.
I do love every Am I the asshole that's like, yeah, this person did heinous things to me. I might be in the wrong. It's like, you're clearly not. You're clearly not.
I mean, I get in like the unspoken gift giving rules. Once you've given a gift, it's not your property. But no,
I mean,
you were fucking no.
It's still a
definitely
bow on
that's
it.
not the case in this.
Yeah.
As someone who's no, I have nothing to go off. Like I was reacting the whole time, but as someone who has gotten a PS5 as a gift, my wife pulled a fucking hilarious.
When did that happen?
Oh, I've had it a long time ago. I've had.
For some reason, I thought you never got it.
Oh no, I've been having it for a long time now.
Oh, from
my
Europe?
wife.
Whenever she left. Sorry.
Oh yeah. She was like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy Kevin. Take care of him. Here's a PS5." I'm like, "Okay, cool, thanks."
That's right.
This is what she did to prank the fuck out of me, right? So I have my office.
Wrote thought in big letters.
Well, not that. So she pranked me in my office, and she put a candle in my office. Like, hey, you're if you want, because I like candles. She's like, hey, I left you a candle. I bought you a candle. I'm like, okay, cool, thanks. This is the fucking candle this girl got me.
God. PS5 candle.
PS5 kit.
It smells like you're not getting one.
Oh, for audio listeners, it says PS5 candle. It smells like you're not getting one.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
But it is.
I do remember that.
Yeah. So that was her prank. And then next thing you know, the PS5 came in. She was like, hey, pick it up at the door. And I'm like, oh my God. And I got to play Horizon. So
yeah. And your friends were all over and they all called her a thought.
Well, first of all, I have no friends.
Oh, wait. That's only what insane fucking people would do.
Jeez, John, we should play Madden. Sorry.
I have it on Game Pass.
Wow, we should do that. Forget the show.
I have it on Xbox.
All right, guys. If you need more Reddit on Wiki, you can see the show notes. We'll be right back next week.
We'll play Madden.
It's just me now.
Just kidding. You know what would be good petty revenge is if you go to eBay and you buy a PS5 box and then you send that over to your ex-boyfriend's house. And then in the inside, it's just a sign that says "You thought," spelled like thought.
You thought.
You fucking thought.
That's pretty good. Do you guys have any takes on the actual story? I know you guys were interrupting most of the time.
Yeah,
but,
I'm so sorry.
Do you want to give judgment? Do you think they are the asshole?
Oh, no,
absolutely
of course
not.
Clearly not.
Absolutely not.
You summed it up. Whatever as soon as the story ended, you were like, "Yeah, I just had these heinous things done to me. Am I the asshole?" No, of course not.
You're obviously not. Yeah, you sound like, you literally have a dating pass. That's all it is. Everyone has one.
Yeah.
And why would it matter? It doesn't matter.
And it's two people in the span of what? Well, three people if you include him in the span of 6 years, something like that. So, not even that many people for him to be like, you're dating friends when you explain the situation to him is fucking ridiculous.
Not gonna lie, the whole time you were reading the story, the song "Same Girl" was playing in my head the whole time. I think was it Usher?
I think so. Yeah, maybe.
Sing it, John.
Yeah, sing it for us.
Oh, it's with Usher and a problematic singer that went to jail for certain reasons.
I know who you're talking about. Yep.
Horrible.
Yep. Anyway, so there
Moving
is
on.
There is an update.
Do not
along
stream
with
that
the story.
song.
So here's the update from OP. Firstly, I unblocked Mike this morning and called to talk to him. After a few hours of arguing, I finally got the truth out of him. He said after I told him about my past, he was fine with it because it happened before him. Then he got curious about who Jake and Adam were. So he went digging on my Facebook friends list and didn't find Jake, but he found Adam. He then condemned me for having an ex on social media page. I said I don't speak to the majority of people on my Facebook, but I wouldn't delete them. I just won't engage. Also, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
To have an ex.
Who's using Facebook?
Cares?
That's cool.
Yeah, and who's using Facebook too? You should also just trust your partner. So it should be fine no matter what. He said that in his eyes, that was a red flag. So he went digging and found what he was looking for. He saw that Adam was well known and well liked by a lot of women because of all the women liking and commenting on his posts, and by the cars and trips that he posted prior. He knew that Adam had been well off. He also admitted to knowing some of the women who were in Adam's comments. He then tried digging into Adam's friends list, but it was hidden. So he asked Jessica, that's Thought Girl, to stalk his likes, comments, and posts for a Jake. And sure enough, they found Jake. Saw that Jake drove an expensive car and came to the conclusion that I only date men with money. Note, Mike doesn't have money, so his entire analysis was dumb anyway.
You broke and insecure, just say that.
I stayed with your broke ass for 4 years. What are you fucking talking about?
What are you talking about?
It sounds like Mike wants to fuck both of these dudes.
Well, you did call it, Sean. You said this sounds like a neckbeard. And this is exactly what a neckbeard incel would do. Oh, that guy has money and lots of women like him. So you must have been a thought. Like immediately blaming the woman for liking a man. I don't understand really.
Man, that fool insecure. He just needs to get therapy.
Get therapy.
And the amount of energy you spent and, hitting up your friend just to be like, hey, can you stalk a guy for me? That's insane behavior, dude.
The time and effort that you could have just, I don't know.
Not be a dumbass.
Yourself, not be fucking weird. I don't know. Anything else. Truly anything else.
Or if you had any concern, communicate it with your girlfriend. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if you had any worry about this, be like, hey, which I mean, again, it's a dumb reason to have worry about, but being like, hey, this is a bit of a red flag for me. Can you maybe explain or like, I don't know, be an adult.
Yep.
So I asked him why he just didn't come to me and confess that for a while. He thought I was interested in Jake and Adam for the money because that's what women do. He then said that him and Jessica brought the situation up to his guy friends, and they all agreed that
Jessica wants Mike so bad. Yeah. Let it be known. This is a lot of effort on her part.
We get there, Sean.
Oh, do we? Okay.
Yeah, later on. But so this is how Mike's guy friends think the situation went. Quote, I was dating Jake. He introduced me to Adam. I found out Adam had more money than Jake. I left Jake to sleep with Adam, then started dating him. And that's how...
Incorrect.
That's how Mike's incel friends think her dating past went. I questioned why would I leave Adam if it was for money, and he said that he thought that was a lie and Adam had to be the one to leave me. Ouch. He then said that he contemplated breaking up with me over this for months, but as he got to know me, he slowly realized...
Months?
He wanted his PS5 so bad.
So bad. Playing the long game. He's the thought.
Yes.
Yeah. He's fucking for the PS5.
Yeah.
So he thought about this for months, but as he got to know me, he slowly realized I'm not that kind of person. I told him that he's basically full of shit for dirtying my name with his friends. Then I asked him why he didn't clear up my name. He said that whenever he brought me up, they all dismissed me as a gold digger, thought, a woman who slept with men for money. And here's the kicker, probably still have some of that money saved. They came to the conclusion that I must be with Mike for some ulterior motive, but he was too embarrassed to defend me.
Not to gold dig, bitch. You broke as fuck.
Yeah,
You can't afford your own PS5, brother.
Hey.
They're pretty expensive.
I couldn't afford my own PS5. I didn't buy my own. Don't say that.
Yeah, but John, you're a thought, okay? We all know it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm happy. I'm a thought for one woman and one woman only.
Let's go. He also said that he was embarrassed every time I mentioned a male friend or tagged any guy on social media because they all teased him afterwards. I remember him asking me not to like other men's photos on social media and not to tag any guys, but I thought it's just because it made him uncomfortable, not because his friends were silently stalking me.
That's weird
wild.
to me.
So weird.
Unless it's like fucking like dong out Speedo photos that you're liking, then there shouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean?
I guess that's fair. That's a fair ask, but
yeah,
by the sounds of it, it's not that.
It's just normal dudes Instagram.
Yeah, her friends, you know.
Yeah. What the fuck?
After hearing all of this, I decided to end things with Mike. I told him that he's not a nice person and I can't trust him anymore, especially because he knew I was saving for months to afford a PS5 and he allowed his friends to think I got my money somewhere else. After ending it, I said, oh, by the way, have you ever slept with Jessica? He said no, but after she found Jake, she suggested they hook up if he ever needed to get back at me in the future.
Oh, Jessica!
Jessica wants to fuck so bad. Sad, Jessica. You're sad.
I asked what she meant by getting back at me, and he said she was certain I would cheat on him with a wealthier man if I found one.
That girl's down bad, dude.
Yeah.
Holy.
He then said that he gave me the truth after all these years, so I should forgive him and give him another chance, but I didn't.
You dumb bitch.
Stupid ass Mike.
I just thanked him for the good times, the memories, and dirtying my name, then hung up and blocked him again. Now I think I'll take another long break from the dating world. Thanks again, everyone.
That's what you call a mic drop. Literally.
That's a good one, John.
Thank
give
you.
That
you
one.
said you said I haven't been making puns lately, so I got y'all.
It's been a while. That was a good one. You came back with a strong one.
I was
the king is back.
The king is back. I was off for a month. I wanted to give my boy a break, but really I was depressed as fuck and I couldn't do anything. So. That's a real answer.
You know what? That's okay. That's okay.
We normalize, dealing with
getting therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And John,
this is my
therapy,
guys.
So.
Yeah,
and
we don't push.
I hope not.
No. Real
Again,
therapy.
Us too.
We are not.
Guys, peek behind the scene. They're like, you better show up to fucking recordings or we'll drop your ass.
Chris isn't available today.
Damn it.
But yes, that is an insane story. Super unfortunate that you had to go through all that. But I can guarantee you that there are better men than that out there.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And I don't know what you saw in him, to be honest, by the sounds of his
4
character.
years with this guy is wild. I guess just be happy that you're no longer in that situation. Good on you.
Yeah. Because it sounds like he would have cheated on you with Jessica eventually.
Yep.
Who is the
For
true
sure.
thought in this scenario. All right. And with that, we're going to hit an ad break and we'll be right back with our last two stories. So stay tuned. And we're back.
Wow.
What's up, boys? I don't even know. I think you both got that one right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So John's 3 for 3 right now.
I'm perfect today, baby.
Oh, is that okay? Yeah.
You're perfect every day.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
Wow.
So the next one here is cross-posted by Shutterbug Owl, and it's, am I the asshole for banning my husband and father-in-law from the delivery room due to their intensively stressful / creepy behavior during my pregnancy?
Oh, this is easy. Not the asshole.
No, not the asshole.
No, not the asshole.
I do hate when the sentences or the
Gives it
title
away.
is just everything.
Blatant.
Oh, definitely not the asshole.
But we'll get into it and see if they are the asshole or not. So a lot of context. The character limit cuts off, but here's the gist, which is wild because it's not actually that long of a story. I mean, it's long, but it's not as long as some of them I've seen.
That's what she said.
Don't bring that up, John.
I've never heard that before in my life.
I'm sensitive about that.
That's a sore spot.
So
shit.
here's the gist. My husband and I are expecting our first child, which I knew would be a really sensitive issue as his own mother had died during childbirth with him. We met with a marriage counselor to talk things through at the very beginning, and he swears that he's been seeing his own therapist twice a month throughout my pregnancy. I don't want to call him a liar, but I'm fairly sure he's not going or not talking about the big issue, which is that he and his father, who is a huge part of our lives, are both completely convinced that I'm going to die in childbirth. They won't openly admit it, but their behavior has reached the point where it's constantly making me feel stressed and uncomfortable. Once my husband said, quote, please make sure your life insurance is up to date, and, quote, I'd like you to meet with my lawyer and draft up a will, end quote.
Hey, yo.
I was like, well, that's intense, but okay if it makes you feel better.
Yeah, I mean, I
having a
don't.
will's a good idea.
Yeah, those are both fine in my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Another time, my husband asked me to go through my possessions and inventory to see what I wanted to be saved for the baby versus what I would like to be returned to my family in the event of my death. I put my foot down and said, I'm absolutely not. This is too morbid. No way.
Yeah.
My father-in-law, who eats dinner with us 2 to 4 nights a week, got on my case about how I was making things difficult for my husband in the event that he will be grieving a grieving widower with a newborn. I'm just going to add here that I've had complete complication-free pregnancy and have no reason to think I will die screaming in the next upcoming weeks. Die screaming is terrible. When I tell my husband this, he calls me paranoid, but I feel like my father-in-law wants me to die. His whole life identity for the past 35 years has been amazing single dad, and it seems like he's really looking forward to be able to guide my husband through what he went through. At this point, I'd honestly be happy never to see my father-in-law again, and I certainly don't want him in the delivery room, especially since he told me he was putting his foot down about me not being allowed to have epidural or laughing gas. He is a commanding presence, and I know that whatever he wants in the delivery room, he will get. I know people will say, oh, L&D nurse would never let that happen, but you haven't met this man. I don't know what an L&D nurse is.
Labor and delivery.
Oh, thank you. Wow. My husband, in addition to backing his dad on everything, acts like my due date is my death date and has completely pulled away from me. Every minute with him is morbid, stressful, and a reminder that our marriage seems to be crumbling. No matter how many times I tell him this, his behavior makes me stressed and upset. It's just getting worse, and I do not want it to be around when I'm concentrating on giving birth. Do I owe it to my husband to let him stress me and upset me during labor? Is his presence at my birth more important than a safe and healthy delivery? My therapist says no, but this whole thing has been so weird, I feel like I need some outside perspective. So am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely not. I'll say this, though. I am sympathetic in a way where both the father and the husband have a shared trauma together. Maybe in a way they were kind of seeing the trend. It was like seeing the wife in a process or in that stage of about to give birth. It probably unlocked, or like they're just reliving some of the past traumatic experiences that they've had, and that's valid.
Right.
And I think they should go to therapy for that. They should keep doing that. I mean, trauma is not something that they can just get over. That could be a lifetime type of thing. But with that
it's
said,
also not something you should dump on your pregnant wife, you know.
And that is exactly the point. And Sean said this on the last time too. Like, I feel like as the pregnant woman, you have the final say on everything because you're the one that's delivering the baby. You have the absolute final word to say, hey, if epidural makes me feel like it would be a safer for me to have that, to have a safer delivery, then damn it, I'm gonna get that shit. So
fuck your father-in-law for saying like you can't have that. Fuck
yes,
you.
I like I said, I sympathize for the two, but I'm still calling them an asshole. Like for you, for you to stress out your wife in already a stressful situation. Let's not do that. So asshole for me, or not the asshole for me.
Yeah, not the asshole. Yeah. Not the asshole. Of course, like John said that I said.
As John quoted that great man.
As John has once quoted a wise man. I gotta quote that wise guy again. You're delivering the baby. You know your body better than the father, better than your father-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
You know your body best, and then the L&D nurses and doctors in that room got you. But yeah, absolutely. If you're not comfortable with having them in there for any reason, then they don't need to be in there. You don't owe them anything.
Yep.
Yeah.
The most important thing is for you to have the safest, not really comfortable, but like as comfortable as you can get delivery. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard of things where like husbands and wives or parents are just like, yeah, no matter what, we're not going to get an epidural. But guess what? All that's fun in the planning process. But when you're in the fucking heat of battle and you need an epidural, you should get your epidural and you should have no fear in asking for it. If it comes up, so I would absolutely just be like, for sure, don't have them in there at all.
Yep. Can I ask why are epidurals like? Why are people like, I don't want it? Like going into it, like why
some
is
people
that a
think
plan
it like
for some
drugs,
people?
like drug the baby, or some people just want to have a natural childbirth.
Natural birth, yeah.
Hey, get that baby high. Let's go.
It's the same thing as like why certain people don't want to get babies like circumcised, because it's like, oh, I want that child to make the choice. I don't want to,
I mean, that's fair.
Force the body modification on the child. But guess what? Me, I'm happy that I got mine as a child. I don't have to remember. It's just
I remember.
It's gone.
It sucked.
Yeah. I recently saw a video of Bretman. I forget it. Bretman Rock.
Bretman Rock. Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking cover of Vogue Philippines. Let's go, baby. But yeah, I saw his circumcision story, and I was like, God, man, I'm so glad.
It's intense. It's intense,
dude.
That's
awake
unfortunate.
During that is crazy.
Yeah, yep, the whole time. The whole time.
At 9 years old.
9 years old.
Yeah, I mean, I feel, I don't know the science behind it, but I feel as long as it gets you through the birth, like safe and alive.
You could definitely have a
comfortable.
You could definitely have a safe natural childbirth.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like if you need it.
Yeah, if you need it, then use it. Or if you not even if you don't need it, if you just want it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think you guys said most of it. I think as Sean said before, you get to decide who comes into the living room. It's your life and your child's life on the line. Mm-hmm. And if that stress of negative energy is not what you want in the room, then that is completely understandable. Kick them the fuck out. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Cool.
Facts.
All right, boys. Last story before we have that ad and then the Patreon stuff, but the ad will be quick. So last one here, cross-posted by Darius Volder. Am I the asshole for telling people not to eat the food at my sister's wedding?
Damn. But why?
Food story.
Why would they not eat the food in the wedding, though?
Oh, this is where I might trip John up.
Yeah, I'm confused myself. Either way, I'm not going to get the lead over John. He has 2 wins over me, so I'm just going to
trip him up. Reverse psychology.
I want to be perfect.
Oh, have you not missed one?
He hasn't. No.
4-0 right now, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say there has to be a good reason
why they wouldn't eat the food.
To fucking go rogue at the wedding and tell people not to eat. Like,
hop on the mic, don't eat the food.
like maybe you cut into the chicken and it's pink and you're just like, but even then you should just be like, hey, really cut and check out your food. Don't be like, don't eat the food.
I'm gonna go. I don't know, Sean. Where are you going with this? I'm gonna go not the asshole.
Yeah, I went not the
Not the asshole. Okay.
Because there has to be a good reason. There's no way any sane person is just out of nowhere.
Sean, this is Am I the Asshole? Have we ever talked about sane people on
we'll
this?
We'll differ just for the chance that I am right, and then I'll be closer to John's right.
You'll overthrow the throne.
Yeah.
I'll come in an even closer second. So I'll go, good. Yes, you're the asshole.
All right. All right.
I'm going to go not the asshole. Maybe the caterer they got had some issues.
This reminds me, just these issues remind me of one time I got really drunk with friends and we were ordering like a bunch of burgers for everybody. And then like, even though I was fucking destroyed, and when we were ordering burgers, they were like, do you want lettuce? And I said for the whole car, no lettuce. Because there was like an E. coli strand going on in the country at that time. And I was like, there's E. coli out. And they were like, shut your drunk ass up. We're getting lettuce. And I was like, no. This is, maybe it's similar to that.
I hope it is. All right. So my husband, 27 male, and I, 26 female, were married 8 months ago. We had a big wedding with lots of food and drinks and people. I knew we would likely have leftovers, so I had arranged for them to be donated to a soup kitchen we work with sometimes. However, my mom went behind my back and took most of it with her. I didn't really know what happened to the food until now. My sister...
Oh, no! No!
My sister
There's
Callie...
no fucking way. Absolutely not. I lost. But I lost, obviously. But holy shit. Holy fucking shit.
My sister Callie, 30 female, got married over the long weekend. She didn't want to mess with any of the planning, and knowing how my mom was during my wedding, decided to let our mom take over the whole thing. All we had to do was show up where we were told and party. The ceremony was beautiful, but it was when the buffet was revealed that I noticed something odd. The food looked eerily familiar, like identical to what I had at my wedding, except for a little more dried out and sad.
Wait, how long was the wedding?
This is 8 months ago.
Oh! Ew, no!
I found an opening.
Not safe, right? Not safe?
Definitely not.
I mean, I guess things like, you could like freeze things, you know what I mean? But even then
8 months is like freezer burn. And
guys, there's so many cheap alternatives to get catered. Like you could just fucking buy a fuck ton of shit from Sam's Club or Costco. I don't know, anything but this.
McDonald's.
Honestly.
That could add up though. That could add up.
The dollar quick.
Oh, true.
I found an opening and went to ask my mom about it, where she happily told me that she had saved a fortune by unfreezing the food from my wedding to serve it to guests now.
Oh,
I was horrified and immediately voiced my concern about safety. She got upset and said I was acting like a snob and should be happy the food wasn't going to waste. I argued that it was never going to waste, but she wouldn't hear it. I didn't want to make a scene, but I was worried about people getting sick, so I snuck off to see my sister. She was horribly embarrassed and mentioned that my mom said something about saving money, but didn't question it because she didn't want to foot the bill like I had. She told me not to eat the food and thanked me for the warning. From there, my husband and I discreetly started telling some guests to be wary of the food, and the rest of the night was fine. My mom caught some flack for being cheap, but I've also been catching heat. Some of our relatives said I have been saying that I intentionally made my family look bad and that the food was fine as it was frozen and then defrosted for the wedding.
Did they eat it though?
I have no idea. They say no one would have known if I didn't make a stink over it. I don't know if I did anything wrong. I could have used some help and would like to know if I should apologize. So am I the asshole?
I gotta say no. That's you're putting people's safety and health as a concern more than anything. no amount of dollar can fucking replace that. You know how many? If you had gotten sick over that, you could have got sued and possibly pay more.
Well, I'm just thinking because like, so she has her wedding and then it's leftover like food. So how long had that been out? You know, just sitting out, and then you freeze it, right? Because her mom is taking it presumably after like all the partying and stuff. So it's, you know, midnight, 1, 2 a.m. and she's finally putting the food away in a freezer. So it's been out for hours and hours at that point, and then frozen for 8 months and then reheated. That cannot be good.
That is vile.
Disgusting. I'm sick just thinking about it.
Did we lose Sean?
Yeah, Sean's
No,
still here.
I'm just fucking shocked.
Oh,
Okay.
I've been shaking my head this entire time.
Oh, we can't see you.
You're frozen on our
for
side.
us.
Yeah.
Oh, am I? That would have been nice to know. How long has that been?
It's been like 10, 15 minutes.
Maybe, yeah, a while.
God damn.
But yeah, completely disgusting. And John went 5 for 5.
I'm not hungry anymore, though. I don't want to eat anything anymore.
Ever again.
This is disgusting. 8 months, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
This is me like showing like my disgustingness sometimes. I ate a pizza probably like 4 or 5 days after, and I felt dirty.
Yeah.
Like, dirty.
Did you
like,
freeze
dude,
it? Was it frozen?
I mean, it wasn't a fridge, but it was like 5 days after.
Oh, that's
that it was,
different.
you know.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
It's still
fair enough.
not good. I mean, you got usually pizza, you keep it for like 2-3 days max, right? Like cooked pizza already.
Listen, in college, I kept it for a long time. It was 5-6 days was pushing it, but I would still do it. You know.
After like 5 days, I'm like, boy. I showed the boys my bank account. They saw what my money looked like. So they're like, maybe that's good. Maybe that's good that you did that.
Listen, when I was in college, you get the Domino Tuesday special, cheap day. You get that cheap
Holy.
pizza, get a large, and then you eat it for dinner every day for a week.
8 months
was
though, bro.
8
like,
8 months
That's
is
crazy.
fucking wild.
wild.
Oh, all right. So let's move on to the final one here. Congratulations, John. You get the Predict Sean Crown of the Week.
Yes.
And then this one is mostly for fun, but it's posted by Cats Midscore Can Midscore Swim. And it's adding to our zoo. And it's, am I the asshole for sharing this ad to Reddit on Wiki that showed up on my Facebook group for unpopular screenshots?
Unpopular screenshots. Is this NSFW?
No, it's safe for work.
Okay.
I mean, there's a bikini, but it's fine.
Oh, it's the word that I can't pronounce? Fuck me.
Wait, how do you say it again?
Bikini. Fuck. Bikini.
Holy
Bikini.
shit.
So if one of you wants
my
to describe what we're seeing on the screen here.
I fucking called it. I fucking called it.
What in the
John,
hell is that?
John, could you describe what you're seeing on screen right now?
What I am seeing is a floaty on a pool, but it's in the form of a roach.
A cockroach.
A cockroach.
With legs and antennae.
With legs and everything.
everything.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a pool floaty, cockroach pool floaty that you can enjoy this summer if you want.
I say not the asshole.
You say not the. I think it's appropriate. You know, it's
Yeah,
it's
we've
funny.
been talking a lot about Ogtha.
Well, you should have saved this on your camera roll and not shared it. I'm still not the asshole. Thank you for sharing, but oh my God, I am traumatized.
So funny. Yeah. If our merch store sold this, we would have this on our store for sure.
Oh, for sure.
I
mean, come on over. Come swim in our pool and I'll have this shit.
Just roaches all over the place.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That is disturbing. Does it at least have
Can
a
you
cup
imagine
holder?
if no, I don't think so.
What did you ask? Sorry, John.
Does it have a cup holder? I can't see that far.
It doesn't look like it. It's hard to tell. We'll zoom in here.
Oh God.
It's so detailed.
Doesn't look like a cup holder.
That's so funny. Can you imagine being like, if you took that to the ocean and you're like a fish or a shark and you like look up and see that, you're like, hey, yo, what the fuck? What is that?
This is the biggest dinner I'm going to have in forever.
Yeah. Our roach looking thick.
It is a thick roach. So yeah, thank you, Cats Midscore Can Midscore Swim for sharing that.
Well, that cockroach can mid-score swim too. So, Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
And your cat can swim if you use the roach pool floaty.
The Reddit
on sale.
Wiki the roach floaty.
At the Reddit on Wikishop.com.
What we should do is release that, but then put a bikini on that, on the float.
Okay.
Sexy roach. And then it's
sexy roach.
That's our product.
And then, if you want a Speedo as well version. A bikini version and a Speedo
tier.
Version.
If you want Sean in that Speedo.
Yeah, we can put some bunions on each of those legs.
All of them? That's a lot of
a lot of bunions.
Oh, fuck. All right. And that is it for this episode. Wikimaniacs who don't listen to the Patreon, go sign up because your boy John had a perfect episode, which is the first time. Or did he?
There's only one way to find out. Josh, don't bury the lead. we gotta fucking make them want it.
I want to relish in John's accomplishment. Okay, it's the first time.
I want to cry. And it will never happen again. It will never happen again.
Not with that attitude, John.
I was going to say, Sean's been close sometimes.
I am negative as it can get, so never happening again.
But if you want to go check out how John got the perfect game, you should sign up for our Patreon at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network. Get those last 2 bonus stories, as well as bonus stories every Friday and monthly bonus episodes. And if you're in the $10 Patreon tier, you get bonus weekly episodes on Wednesdays. So all of that, as well as ad-free episodes. There's tons of stuff. You get tons of stuff in the Patreon. Go check it out. Let us know what you think down in the comments on YouTube, Discord, or on our subreddit. And don't forget, you can submit your own Am I the Asshole stories to us on our subreddit. And you can cross-post your favorite Am I the Asshole stories also on our subreddit at Reddit on Wiki at r/Reddit on Wiki. There we go. Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on and giving your takes. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. We will see you on Monday. Bye.
Later.
Expert in fucking, I don't know.
Great power.
For the 5th time, it's your boy Sean.